All right. Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing all right this morning. I hope today finds you with a new look at things. Today, we're going to have a conversation on just recalibrating, setting things up for our success. Since we've been doing the shame dive and looking to for ways to create an awareness around who and what we are. Um, Yeah, it's some big stuff. So go ahead, settle in, take your breath. One of the things about breathing, when you consciously breathe, you move from your unconscious and subconscious into your prefrontal cortex, your executive decision making, your breath. That's why breath and meditation controls so many things. When you consciously breathe, that thing that is done by your autonomic nervous system is now triggered into an awareness, and it takes you out of the programming, the default mode network. So that's why breath is so important. So take a big breath in, hold it, exhale it slowly, and just be aware. Just be aware that what you are doing, why you're doing it, it's for your benefit. It's for you to begin to take back your focus. So after what we've been doing for the last 10 days or so, this is not about trying to fix anything. We're not looking to push forward, simply to pause inside, pause the inside and the becoming, because that's where you're at right now. You're in the sacred in between. Think about that. Old loops are dissolving and new ones are beginning to form. This is the sacred in between. And sometimes things get messy in between. So be aware of your inhale. Let it be gentle. Let your exhale be even slower. And the reason we pause between the inhale and the exhale, and the reason we pause between the exhale and the inhale, is so you can feel that space. Feel that space in between. This is where choice begins. This is where you become aware. We've been doing some deep work, unlearning, repatterning, and sometimes it can feel like fatigue, can feel like fog. Maybe sometimes it could feel like floating. This isn't regression. This isn't going backwards. When you're in these sacred in between moments, it's a choice of updating your code, the code that runs you, the code that you use to operate, your OS. So if you feel a little like you're moving a little slower, a little softer, a little quieter than usual, good. If things are a little more calm, good. This means your body is no longer running from the threat. It's learning how to trust your quiet, trust your stillness, trust your present. Feel that. You're trusting your stillness. So quietly, softly, whisper this to yourself as I say it. Feel these words. They're designed for your subconscious. I want you to consciously feel them. Here's the words. I'm not behind. I'm integrating. Say it again. Feel the awareness of that statement. I'm not behind. I'm integrating. My nervous system is finding a new rhythm. My nervous system is finding a new rhythm. I'm not the same version of me that started this. I'm not the same version of me that started this. Here's a big one. I didn't need to force the next step. It's unfolding from within me. I didn't need to force the next step. It's unfolding from within me. My clarity is not gone. It's just quiet. My clarity is not gone. It's just quiet. I'm learning to hear myself again. I'm learning to hear myself again. Let this one flow into your cells. The silence is not empty, it's sacred. The silence is not empty, it's sacred. Each of these statements is designed to send a signal, a message, a connection, designed to connect your brain to your cells, to your identity, and for you to become fully aware that the peace you experience is now safe. Feel that. The peace you are in is now safe. Be aware. The body's ability, the energy's ability to protect itself. Your system might still be wanting to have an old feedback loop. It's waiting for the rush. It's waiting for the hustle. It's waiting for the pressure. It's waiting for the proof. So just be aware. Ask yourself, is my nervous system waiting for some kind of trigger, some kind of awareness? Now be aware that you are not choosing that anymore. The rush, the hustle, the pressure, the proof, that's off the table. You're choosing presence over protection. Say that. I'm choosing presence over protection. Being over performing. It's a huge shift. Your system might still be waiting for that old feedback loop. Okay, enough of this. Let's get back to what we know. The hustle, the pressure. You have a choice. You can choose being present over protection. Simply being over performing. And that feels new. So I want you today to give yourself permission. Imagine you're writing yourself a permission slip. To the me who it concerns, today I give myself permission to feel, to float, to not know, to not fix, to simply breathe inside the becoming. These steps you take are bringing you to the becoming of something new that's always been. Hear these words first. You are not broken. You are recalibrating. This is the part of transformation no one talks about, where old ways fall away and the new hasn't yet arrived. So you can whisper these words: I am not broken. I am recalibrating. This is the part of the transformation no one told me about, where my old ways fall away and the new hasn't yet arrived. I'm in the sacred in between. So in this space, in the in between, this is where your nervous system heals. It's where trust is rebuilt. So stay here a moment longer in this sacred in between. Inhale, hold it. Exhale, slower, hold it. Feel your body knowing. Your body knows you don't have to go faster to prove you're okay. You already are. I don't need to go faster to prove I'm okay. I already am. Let that be enough for now in this sacred in between. And in just a moment, when we awaken from this space, this in between, we're going to do it slowly. We're going to do it gently. We're going to become aware that we're not who we were. And that's a beautiful thing. A big breath. Be aware of the shift. And just come out of this state, not fully engaged in your day yet. I want to share with you what just happened. You're coming out of a neuro-emotional depth back into your waking mind. And I don't want to leave you feeling disconnected or foggy or unsure. Did I do the right thing? So this is a small conversation so we don't trigger self-doubt and want to teach you how to maintain this throughout the day. So still lightly engaged in this calm state, this sacred in-between space. Welcome this new version of you back. Say, welcome back. And maybe, again, feeling a little foggy or quiet or even emotionally distanced, that's okay. Doesn't mean something went wrong. It means something very real just happened in your brain and in your body. So I want to share this with you. So during this conversation, this meditation, your brain waves slowed from active beta, the problem solving mode, into alpha and maybe theta, which are those creative states, the emotionally healing states. Here's a big thing we don't talk about: memory reconsolidation. Putting things back into the place they belong, giving them their true meaning. And we did some identity integration. Now, this often feels distorted to a fast-paced mind, right? That's only because our default pattern is used to the hustle, to the urgency. Most people are very tired because of something called decision fatigue. Your brain just entered a space where the rewiring is possible, and it gives you a chance to be aware of the decisions you want to choose to make. So in this conversation, we calmed our limbic system. When we entered this stillness and slowed our breath, your amygdala, right, your fight or flight, quieted down. Maybe it's not the first time. Maybe you've been getting better at just slowing yourself down. At the same time, as we slow down our awareness, your prefrontal cortex, the logic, that executive center, the CEO of your brain, re-engaged from a place of safety, not stress. This is the neurological foundation for being able to choose a new pattern instead of that defaulting survival mode. So you may feel a little less motivated in this moment. That's not laziness. It's your body getting used to operating without adrenaline. Think about it. We hear cortisol and we hear all of these things that happen because of stress. Your body has been operating with adrenaline and all of this energy, and just for a few moments, this space that you stepped into allowed you to simply be present. So those phrases that we spoke, the words that we said, I'm not broken, I'm integrating, peace is safe now, or my nervous system is finding a new rhythm. These weren't just things to make you feel good. These are embedded cognitive scripts that entered your reticular formation. That, right? The RAS. The formation of what to look for in our life. This is the part of the brainstem that filters what gets noticed, what gets acted upon, and what gets remembered. So, over time, over months, over decades, over minutes, these phrases will become part of your internal narrative. I'm not broken. I'm integrating. Peace is now a safe place for me. My nervous system is finding a new rhythm. These will become new internal narratives. They'll interrupt the old programming that told you, if I'm not doing something urgent, I'm failing. If I'm not rushing, I'm behind. So just be aware of this new integration. And as we step into the new, we're uncoupling, decoupling from the old identities. Shame, urgency, self-doubt are not just mental. They're stored frequencies in the fascia of your nervous system, of your vagus nerve and your gut-brain axis, literally in your skin, in your muscles, in that skin, those cells between your muscles, the fascia. This is where this stuff gets stored. You're just beginning releasing this energetic charge of those identities. Feel that. You began releasing the energetic charge of the old stories, these old identities, which can now force you to feel like you're in a void. Something's missing. It's not loss. It's advancement. It's liberation. It's a new energy. Your system, your nervous system is adjusting to what it feels like to exist without over efforting. This all just happened. And the reason I want to explain or share these ideas with you is so you understand the magnitude of what you are allowing yourself to unfold from inside of you. So don't force yourself back into speed. You're reconditioning your brain to trust stillness, to give it some space, to give it some silence. The clarity will come. The clarity will come from the inside out. So you want to make sure you hydrate. This is happening in your brain. You want to move a little bit. Walk around the kitchen island or the kitchen table a couple of times extra today. This helps your nervous system finish the cycle of release. A walk, some gentle stretches. Give your body a stretch now. And the yawn doesn't mean you're tired. It's a brain reset. Even sunshine can reinforce this new rhythm. Nature does some pretty amazing things. Re-listen to some of the key phrases you heard today. Repeat the brain talk, affirmations we had. Use your voice. Play this meditation again midday before you go to sleep. Neuroplasticity requires reinforcement, repetition. So you're going to feel some waves of tiredness or emotion or even irritation. Use these as signals of integration. These are signs of rewiring. So if all of a sudden you become aware that you're a little tired or that you're emotional or even irritated, instead of questioning them, witness them. Witness these emotions of tiredness or irritation and say, this is my system making room for something new. This is my system making room for something new. So we'll wrap with this. You didn't just listen to a meditation, you just practiced becoming someone new in real time. Think about that. A version of you that's unfolding from the inside. You stepped into that version in real time. This part has always been there. And it's beginning to override the part of you that always had to prove something. The part of you that always had to prove something just got a little quieter. Let that part of you know that you know how to be. That part of you that just stepped into you knows how to be. Let it lead you the rest of the day. So congratulations. Welcome home. Give yourself a stretch. Move your head around. Maybe you need to step up and stretch. It's all good. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome home.
Wide awake while the world is sound asleep, and too afraid of what might show up while you're dreaming. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you. And every day you try to pick up all the pieces, all the memories they somehow never leave you. Nobody sees you. Nobody will believe you.
All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. For those of you that were at the mastermind, camera's a little fuzzy. Those of you that were at the mastermind here just a little bit ago, we had another little tornado warning. So off to Charles as we went. And so we were over there at 11 o'clock, 10:30. It was a fast moving storm. So yeah, it was all good. I was able to count all the sheep on camera. So nobody blew away like a cotton ball. The tent is still in good shape. Some of the plants in the garden because they had big leaves, they got blown over. So we'll see. I have to go out and do a survey this morning, check the lands. But what did you learn from this meditation this morning, this conversation? What awakened inside of you? What did you hear? What did you feel? What did you become aware of? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Any ahas? It's simply, I wanted to do a conversation about recalibration, about becoming aware of how this is happening, because words have power. Words don't teach, they trigger memories. And when we talk about this idea of shame, this idea of letting it go, a lot of our identities we want to hold on to because somebody gave them to us. Somebody influential gave them to us. If somebody says, oh my gosh, you sound like your mom, or you walk like your dad, or you talk like Aunt Sally, even if the identity maybe isn't beneficial to us, out of respect, we hold on to it to honor that person. As cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs as that may sound. So, kind of a little interesting. So that's why I wanted to have this little recalibration conversation so that you could become aware of the shift, of the sacred in between. Any thoughts, any comments? It's big stuff. I get it.
Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Wheezy.
Oh, how are you this morning?
Outstanding.
Excellent. Thank you for being outstanding. Such an awareness this morning was awesome. As every morning has been, anyway, I have to speak up. The biggest awareness is that I have not been at peace to be in that silence, because it comes back to shame. Like, if you're not moving forward, if you're not doing, you're not getting. But I'm missing everything because I have no traction. I'm just, moving
Mhm.
without intention. And to be in that space, this space that you talked about, this space between the inhale and the exhale, that's a wonderful place. And it's okay. I see it and I think, oh no, gotta move, and have been ignoring it. This is in retrospect. It was aha. That was the aha. Like, oh man, this is, and then to give myself permission, write the permission slip to myself. That's going to take some practice. But thank you.
You're welcome. And the key is begin the practice. While you're sitting there now, do you have a pen handy?
I do.
Write permission slip to me. You're allowed to have peace. You're allowed to have space. And just begin there. How does that feel to see it on paper? Where do you feel it? Where in your body?
I feel it right in the very center of me, between my solar plexus and my heart. It's just like this right here.
So the heart wants the space and the solar plexus is arguing over the doing. So let the solar plexus know that doing silence is one of the most powerful gifts. Doing silence. Not doing something, doing silence.
Yeah.
I do silence well.
Doing silence. That's beautiful.
Because we think silence is doing nothing. Right. Silence is one of the hardest. It's meditation. The research that science has shown, neurobiologists have shown, and neurophysiology, in meditation, we are forcing our prefrontal cortex to become awakened in a quiet mode. That's not just operating. That's just not floating through the day, going through habit default mode network. Meditation is tough. Doing silence, doing meditation Most people don't because they can't, because they won't. Sit and meditate for 2 hours. What are you, nuts? I got too much to do. How's that working for you? The answer you're looking for isn't going to interrupt you. You have to go seek it. And the only way you can seek it is in silence. Jim Rohn would say, rarely does a good idea interrupt you. If you've ever been on an on-ramp to a freeway, best time to get on the on-ramp is 2 o'clock in the morning, unless it's a game let out. But rush hour, it's tough. I remember the first time I was in California. Many of you have heard this story. Why do they have traffic lights to red and green, red and green, red and green to get onto the highways in California? What is going on here? I didn't know that was you had to wait. I've never been where you waited and they feeded you onto the highway. Well, once I got on the highway, it's just completely packed. I went, wow, this is like a lot of people's brains I know. And you're on the outside lane. You're all the way to the left, and you keep missing your exits because you can't get through the traffic. You can't get your new ideas because traffic is so packed. Imagine a 5-lane highway in both directions, positive and negative, and you've got one little idea broken down on the inside lane, and you're trying to get help. You got to get rid of the traffic. And that's what meditation does. And because all of the traffic is being told, get off the highway, there's some resistance. And sometimes the silence is deafening. So congratulations on that awareness. JM, through yourself.
Doing silence. Fascinating. Absolutely. It just.
So what did that energy center between your heart and your solar plexus, what does that feel like now when you say, right, I'm going to do silence?
It calmed my solar plexus, was like, oh, I'm still doing, this is good.
Yeah.
there was no, what is it called? Constriction.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you said that, and I was writing it down, I went, there was such a release, and that I love that words, the wording, just.
So now take the energy south. So we went to our heart, the doing went to our heart and said, oh, okay, I can love doing. Now take the doing saying, I do creative. In my silence, I do creative, and bring it down to your sacral. What activates now? What old story shows up?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So can you do creative?
I do creative.
Can you do creative with love?
Absolutely.
Can you do creative with authentic words?
Staying in this lane, yes.
And then now you have universal awareness and connection to allow all of that connective words, connective doing, connective creation to now flow to you from the universe in silence through your crown chakra. In the silence, you're doing the allowing instead of the pushing. So the silence opens the crown chakra, allows the unseen, the unknown to become known, to flow in, allows the creative energy to flow up, out, trigger the vibration, the frequency. The universe matches it and delivers it back through your crown chakra in awareness, in authenticity. Where do you feel this in your body?
Actually feel it in my shoulders.
So is that a release or carrying a weight?
No, it's a release. It's as if my shoulders dropped. Just
So in the silence, you find the doing. In the silence, you find the traction. In the silence, you find the song.
oh, it's beautiful.
That's you. Always been.
I I really like finding this out, and I love being here right now.
Cool.
And the instructions on maintaining this.
It's just an awareness. It's your system beginning to unfold from within the version of you that you're stepping into that already knows how to operate this way. If you've ever sat on your leg or slept on your arm and woke up and went, ah, oh, that's exactly what you're going through. The in between is don't move it. I know it's going to hurt. Don't move it. Oh. So the in between in the silence can be painful because we have this inward expression folding out and we're actually literally expanding our being. Whereas in the busy, we're constantly constricted. We're constantly pressurized. It's kind of like when you have a sprain and you hold it like, oh, I don't want to let go. I don't want to let go. Ah, and you let it go and it throbs. And we become aware of the flow. So what we're doing now is becoming aware of the flow, and the flow happens in silence. It's one of the most powerful doings of no thing, so you can know the thing.
So as you were talking, you're talking about the pain of the in-between of stretching the arm that is painful. Right here.
In your shoulders.
Became just right, just this shoulder, my left shoulder in the back. Such a searing pain came, and as you were talking, it became it's gone now. But I just went, whoa.
So left side,
Uh-huh.
the softer side of you. All right. In the back. So there's a story that says, if I'm going to be this strong, silent, powerful woman, quite literally, very sophomorically translated, somebody's going to stab me in the back.
Exactly.
But if I'm aware of it, you know, most attacks
Yes.
happen because we're not aware. And if we become aware and we do some certain things in a certain way, the attacks don't happen because it's not it won't be a fun fight for what wants to attack us if it knows we're coming. We get to say things like, isn't that fascinating? Is that the best you got? I love you. In love, the attacks don't exist.
Exactly. And and that the thought, this is not paranoia, Louise. This is awareness.
No longer performance, simply
Yes.
presence. I love it.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sean. I love you.
You're welcome. I love you too. Who else? Thoughts, comments, questions? Any last thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways, take with yous? All righty, my little misfits. I pray today brings you great joy, awareness. Some people are going through some big changes, some big things that we thought were in place or not in place. There's that phrase which nobody wants to hear. When one door closes, another door opens. Just be aware of what the other open doors could be. What could be some of the new freedoms we get to step into? I love you tons. I appreciate you. We'll see you tonight, 8 p.m. Here's what I would ask you. I would ask you, for those of you that want to come to the call, what is it you would like? I want you to create the call. What is it you would like from your time, from your effort, from the time you're going to put in for the hour? What do you want out of that hour? I'd ask you to send me a note. What is it you want? Goodness gracious knows I've got enough content to choke a worm. But what is it you want? What is it you need? Put some effort into it and send me a note. I love you ton. I'm your head brain training, brain scrambling. Let's have some more fun and step into this new version of us. I'll see y'all where?
The next event.
At the next event. Somebody give me some Costa Ricas.
Pura
Vida.
vida.
Yeah.
Pura vida. We love you, Mark. And some Lydias.
Peace be with us.
Peace be with us all. And the queen of helping you out of the in-between land, Jessie Lee Ward.
Boss Lee.
Boss Lee, baby.
Love you, girl. And a little bit of white fluffy.
Just
Gurgly,
boss.
gurgly.
Gurgly, gurgly, gurgly.
gurgly. We love you, Fee. All right, everybody, go have some fun today. And know that there's going to be some oddness in your system. That oddness, just become aware and go, oh, this is new. And step into that unfolding of the newest version of you. I love you tons. We'll see you later. Bye for now.